Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me. Today is January 4th, 2023, and thanks for hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, and then head on over to anchor.fm/hellocupcakeitsme to check out the podcast, and head on over to the blog, hellocupcakeitsme.com. Make sure you like and subscribe to both of those. So, welcome to the new year, and what do you think about the new intro? This is one of 3 that I'm going to be playing around with. 3 or 4, I can't remember. But, so, Saturday will be another one, next Wednesday will be another one, and then, whatever final one that following Saturday. And then I'll let you guys decide which one you like, or I'll just stick with being kind of random. Sometimes it'll be this one, sometimes it'll be that one, whatever. I'm just trying to see what works, what doesn't work, and so on and so forth. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, but definitely let me know what you guys think. Yeah. I cannot believe it's already the year 2023. I think I mentioned this in the podcast the other day, but I can still remember sitting in 9th grade English writing 1992. So, whatever. I remember sitting in class writing 1992, 1993, and it's still just kind of like a blur to me, like, wow. This is amazing. And, there was a while there where I didn't know that I was going to live as long as I did. And it just is amazing to me, like, seeing how 23 years ago, like, a lot of us thought that we weren't going to live through Y2K, that was going to be like the big end-all be-all of things, and just how silly and innocent we were back then too, like with the whole emerging technology and internet being like somewhat new. And like, I remember every commercial and every like ad for Best Buy in Circuit City and like big name brand stores was like, make sure that your computer is Y2K compliant and make sure to shut your computers off before midnight on New Year's Eve, so then that way it'll transition smoothly and all that other stuff. And I remember staying up that night with my family, and we kind of just held our breaths. And by 12:30 that morning, it was like, okay, well, the news is still on, and all the power is still on, so maybe things are, like, looking up for us, and could be okay, or whatever. And then just for, like, being kind of cautious the next couple of days afterwards, and, it was really about a week later that we were just like, okay, you know what? The Y2K scare was, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, and really kind of hyped up. So, but I did not do anything for New Year's. New Year's Eve is when my family and we got together and we did our Christmas, and that was really nice. We got together early in the morning. It was like 9 or about 10:30. When we got together and had breakfast, brunch together, and then opened presents, and we kind of all just sat around talking and like just having a good time with each other and laughing and whatever until about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get going because it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm not sure what everyone else has going on, but yeah, I'm just gonna go home. And so we all kind of like made the decision, yeah, it's time for people to go. So yeah, I had I had the option to go to one of the local bars or whatever, but I decided to stay home and just kind of played it easy. Uh, so my New Year's Eve was spent putting Tiger Balm on my shoulder because it hurt so bad from working out on Friday or that Friday that like I was just like, oh man, it hurts. So yeah, I was old. I spent the night like using a pressure point massager and Bengay and Tiger Balm and trying to keep my cat calm because around me is like Redneck Central. And every year at the 4th of July and on New Year's, for the week leading up to and a couple of days or a week after the 4th of July and New Year, people shoot off their guns, they blow up fireworks, they blow up homemade bombs and mortars and stuff like that. And so it's a tradition. And you know, my cat's only a year old, so he was kind of spooked and freaked out about that. Bella was never really all that freaked out. Like, there was a couple of times that she'd just get like, what the hell was that, or what have you, but he was a little upset. And I just came out to the living room and I sat with him on the couch and petted him or whatever and just reassured him every time there was a big explosion or some fireworks going on. And he was like really cool, and he was just like, oh, okay, Dad's here, I'm good. Oh, okay, that was loud, that was big, but he's here, I'm good, we're good. So you know, it was okay. And I hate the people who like get on social media and bitch and complain about the fireworks and the explosions and all that other stuff. Think about the animals. You know what? We've been blowing up fireworks and all that other stuff for the last 246 years, if not longer. I mean, if they can deal with our cars, airplanes, 5G towers, all that other shit, they can deal with 2 nights a year where things are being blown up. Oh, well, think about the vets with the PTSD. I have never met a vet with PTSD who has said, I really wish that they would stop blowing up fireworks and celebrating the freedoms that I fought hard for in the war. Like, I mean, my grandfather and my uncles and all of them, they were in World War II and like Vietnam and all that other stuff, and they never begrudged others for celebratory stuff. And it's a huge pet peeve. Like, you don't like it, I'm sorry you don't like it, but don't take it away from everyone else. And so I'm not going to get on that tangent right now, but yeah, so New Year's was good. It came and it went. I spent it watching a series on Netflix called Alice in Borderland. Freaking amazing. If you like Squid Game, you're gonna love Alice in Borderland. To me, I almost prefer Alice in Borderland to Squid Game. I felt that the characters were more developed, that it was a more immersive storyline, and it just drew me in more than Squid Game. I mean, they're kind of on the same level, but at the same time, apples and oranges. Same kind of premise. You have to go through these mortal games and stuff like that, and you can die and blah blah. But yeah, it was really good, and I'm looking forward to season 3 already. And then after I got done watching that, I watched The Witcher Blood Origins, and then after that I watched Knives Out, and then I watched Knives Out Glass Onion, and blew through The Recruit in like a day and a half. And so just got kind of like cozy in bed watching TV and just enjoying myself. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions because, well, let's face it, 9 times out of 10, we never follow through with our resolutions. The only resolution that I kind of made for myself is that I'm going to start gatekeeping more. And for those of you who don't know that terminology or whatever, it's where you withhold information from people, or you don't just that, you withhold information from people. And I need to do this more in my personal life, because I'm an open book. Like, what I say on camera, I'm just that open in my real life. And there's some things that I redact saying here on camera that I don't in real life. Like, basically, if you're a stranger and I meet you and I feel comfortable, within 45 minutes of knowing me, you're going to know my entire history and my story, who I am, what I'm about, and everything else. And there's been some people in my life that are just like, no, you shouldn't be like that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I would rather you hear it directly from the proverbial horse's mouth than to hear it on the street and believe some bullshit. Because if I'm telling you directly, then you are getting the full story directly from me, because I'm transparent in that regard. And it is a bit of a defense mechanism from being bullied so much in like school and stuff, and just being bullied in general in life, where, you know, I just became this open book. Like, okay, well, fine, you're gonna make fun of me, or you're gonna bully me for this, that, or whatever. So here's the actuality of why I do things the way that I do, or why I say things or do things the way that I do. So if you still want to make fun of me, you still want to bully me, you still want to talk shit about me, at least here's the facts. So talk shit about the facts, not made up stuff. And that really makes certain people uncomfortable, and in my world, I really don't give a damn if you're uncomfortable with me oversharing with you, because, like I said, I would rather you hear it directly from me, the good, bad, negative, self-deprecating, as well as the positive praise or whatever else. I would rather you hear it directly from me and know that I am telling you point blank from the source, from the well, this is what is going on, than you hearing it from Joe Blow down the street and like, hey, did you hear about that Michael guy, blah, blah. Like, so, no, you know, I want to be straightforward and honest and put it all out there. But I need to start gatekeeping a little bit and making sure that the information that I am putting out to certain people is information that I feel they should have. So, like, I'm one of those people that if I know about a resource, or if I know how to fix something, or who to talk to within the community, or whatever, that I automatically want to give that information to you, because I struggled to figure it out. Why should you struggle to figure it out? And I found just recently that that's sort of coming back to bite me in the ass, and I don't want to basically give out all of my information, all of my cards to people, so that they have that information. So that's one thing I gotta try to work on, is gatekeeping what information I provide to people. And if I gotta start listening to my own inner intuition a lot more too, because a lot of times I will go against my intuition and just tell somebody something and just like, well, shit, they didn't need to know that. Not a lot of times it's not about me, it's just about like whatever. So I'm still working out the logistics in my head and trying to figure out how I'm going to go about doing that. So yeah, there's all that. So I don't know, just a lot noodling around up there. The other thing moving on from that is yesterday went to trivia. Had a great time with that because haven't been for like the last 3 weeks due to like the bar being closed and holidays and snow and so on and so forth. Um, and So last night being able to get into the bar and playing trivia and stuff like that was amazing, and just kind of like brushed some of the cobwebs off. And a friend of mine said he was going to bring me like 3 or 4 more devices to play with. So I already have 6 devices that I play trivia on. And he's like, well, I can bring you like 4 or 5 more if you can work them all. And I'm like an old lady at bingo. Like, I'm just bap, 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 bap. And so I have fun. I know that I look like Command Central or whatever else with like 6 different devices in front of me and me pushing the buttons and making sure that they're all correct or whatever, but I have fun with it. So we'll see what shows up over the next couple of days. I'll find out like possibly next Tuesday what he has for me. So what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. One of you had asked me in a comment or a private email, I can't remember which now, if I had planned on going back to school or doing any classes this upcoming year, and I haven't really looked at any of the rosters to see what classes are being offered through like Allison or any of the other places that I take classes, and you know that's in the link or in the note section, like all the different things that I do that you guys can join along with me. And like if you want to play games with me, there's one called Verydice that I play that you can play along with. I play this game called Matchmasters that you can join and play along with, and like join up with me and we can battle each other. And I play Pokemon Go and all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, take a look at the different links that I have down below and check them out. And but yeah, I know that I'm probably going to take a couple of classes because that's something else that I've kind of resolved myself to doing, not like making a New Year's resolution, but I want to take several classes a year or maybe even a quarter. Just like I said, I got to sit down and see what's being offered, what's being offered, what catches my interest, and go from there. The one thing I like about Allison is the courses are free, but you have to pay for the certification. So I like being able to take the free courses. The problem that I run into is having to pay for the certifications afterwards, which is usually about $25 to $28 US. Everything on Allison is in Greater British pounds, and so it's like 48 British pounds, but it's like $28 here in America or whatever. And then they have specials all year long where you can do XYZ and get your certification for like $10 or what have you. But you don't have to pay for the certification after you take the class. It goes into like a digital folder or whatever, and then if you need that certification, then you just pay it, and then you can pay in print, or you can pay a little bit extra and have them mail you out an actual certificate from them that's like watermarked and all that other stuff. But 9 times out of 10, just the one that you pull out of your printer is going to be good enough. And right there where that stop sign is, that hallway off to the side right here, that is my literal hall of records. It's floor to ceiling, just all of the different certifications and classes and stuff that I've taken from different sources online, and like my certificates of completion. So I have that all lined up right there with a picture of my dad and my grandma and my mom, and kind of like in the center, and then everything kind of goes out and around it. And a lot of times when I'm feeling kind of bad about myself or having a little depressive moment, I'll just step back and I'll look at those certificates and I'll remember, like, oh yeah, in this class I learned XYZ, and a lot of times that helps me with my own mental health, because I do take a lot of mental health courses. So yeah, the main like hallmark of that hall is my peer certification. So that's like my number one, like that I have hanging up there. So and that by far has been the hardest freaking class that I've ever taken, but I'm so happy and proud to utilize the fact that I can put CPC by as my initials. So anyways, well, I feel like I'm starting to ramble, so I'm gonna let you guys go, but let me know what you think about the new intro. And like I said, over the next couple of weeks I will place one new intro, and then I will poll y'all at the end to see which one that you like. So this is going to be intro A. So yeah, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. Make sure you check out those links in the show notes. Head on over to anchor.fm/hellocupcakeitsme to check out the podcast, and also head over to hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the blog. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for just being subscribers and viewers of my channel and consumers of my content. I hope this year is great for you, for me, for your loved ones, and that whatever struggles you were going through in 2022, that they were checked at the door, and that 2023 is the year for you and the year for me. So until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.